Welcome back to my YouTube channel Pharmacy Knowledge Series. Today we are going to discuss about the human anatomy and physiology. In human anatomy and physiology, we'll see the fundamental knowledge on the structure and various functions of systems of human body. We'll see how this understanding would help us to understand the homeostatic mechanisms, the basic knowledge required to understand the various disciplines of pharmacy. We'll also see about the gross morphology, structure, and functions of various organs of human body, the various hemostatic mechanisms and their imbalances, and the tissues, organs of different systems of human body. We'll perform different experiments to sense the on the nervous system and also the special senses. And during this human body anatomy and physiology, we'll see the levels of structural organization bodies, the basic life processes, homeostasis, basic anatomical terminology. In the cellular level of organization, we'll see what is the structure and function of a cell, what is the transport mechanism across cell membrane, cell division, cell junctions, general principle of cell communication, intracellular signaling pathway, activation by extracellular signal molecule, forms of intracellular signaling, that is contact dependent, paracrine, synaptic, endocrine. In the tissue classification, we see what is tissue, what is structure, location, and functions of epithelial tissues, muscular tissues, nervous and connective tissues. In the integumentary section of the system, we'll see the structure and function of a cell. In the skeletal system, we'll see the divisions of skeletal system, the types of bone, the salient features and functions of bone of axial and appendicular skeleton system. We also see about the organization of skeletal muscles, the physiology of muscle contraction, the neuromuscular junction. Under joints, we see about the structural classification of joints, the types of movements and articulation. When we go to the body fluids and blood, we see the body fluids, the composition, the functions of blood, homeopoiesis, the formation of hemoglobin anemia, mechanisms of coagulation, blood grouping, RH factors, transfusion, its significance and disorders of blood, reticuloendothelial system. In lymphatic system, we will cover about the lymphatic organs, tissues, lymphatic vessels, lymph circulation, and functions of lymphatic systems. In peripheral nervous system, we'll see the classification of peripheral nervous system, the structure and function of sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. We'll also see the origin and functions of spinal and cranial nerves. We also see the special senses of eye, ear, nose, tongue, and there are disorders. In cardiovascular system, we'll see the heart anatomy, the blood circulation, blood vessels, structure and functions of artery, vein, and capillaries, elements of conduction, system of heart and heartbeat, its regulation by autonomic nervous system and cardiac output, cardiac cycle, regulation of blood pressure, pulses, ECGs, and disorders of heart. So, with this, we'll end the theories of human anatomy and physiology. But in the practical part, what we are going to cover is the study of compound microscope, study of a microscopic study of epithelial and connective tissue, microscopic study of muscular and nervous tissue, identification of axial bones, identification of appendicular bones, introduction of hemocytometry, enumeration of white blood cells count, enumeration of total red blood corpuscles count, determination of bleeding time, determination of clotting time, estimation of hemoglobin content, estimation of hemoglobin content, determination of blood group, determination of erythrocyte sedimentation rate ESR, determination of heart rate and pulse rate, recording of blood pressure. So the books which I would recommend to read is the latest editions of Essentials of Medical Physiology by K. Sembulingam and P. Sembulingam, JP Brothers Medical Publishers. The APHE, The Anatomy, Physiology in Health and Illness by Kathleen J.W. Wilson, Churchill Livingston by New York. Physiological Basics of Medicine Practice, textbook of physiology, and Totora, and these are the few books which I could name. You can just go and refer for the more information. But in the next video, what I would say is that we would go in detail about the very first chapter of anatomy and physiology on the introduction of human body. What would be the definition? What would be the scope? Anatomy, physiology, the levels of structural organization of body systems, basic life processes, homeostasis, and basic anatomical terminologies. With this, I would end today's session, and stay tuned to see more videos on human physiology and anatomy in our next upcoming video. Thank you.